There's a spiritual meaning behind absolutely everything, especially with the subtle changes that are happening in every area of this world. And it's about time that everything is being called out and expose the truth behind the lies. What is Gooch beautiful beings? Welcome back, Awakened Ones, on another episode on Embracing Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. And if you've been on this journey with me so far, gang, only love, you know who you is. On this channel, I am an energetic activator, here to assist you to awaken things you have yet to see, with an emotional awareness to go upon your spiritual evolution. Now, boo-boos, our existence has a purpose. But the thing is, we're not just physical. We're not human beings have a temporary spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. So that means that there is spiritual meanings behind absolutely everything. There's a deeper meaning behind a facade. There's a meaning behind words. There's a meaning behind intention. There's a meaning behind absolutely everything. Even, little do we know, there's things that are attached to a person that's behind them, that's really ruling who they are. And the crazy thing is, in today's world, we're starting to realize how certain people we have idolized, put on a pedestal, given so much power to, has been putting up a facade. Or if you ever notice, people who always preach about love, kindness, enlightenment, being the realest one, they're always the ones with the biggest fucking facades. And because of this, a lot of people are being outed. When it comes to the music industry, movie industry, even when it comes to politics. The reason why I'm getting deep into this is because we're seeing a lot of us and a lot of the collective starting to open their eyes and realizing what we have been feeding that's been really making our mindsets dwindle, our spirits in fear, and all of us just feeling like there's something not right going on. And the fact that we're all starting to become relevant to this and start really questioning it, this is why a lot of things are being exposed today. When it comes to the music industry, you have a lot of people being outed on their bullshit they've been doing for decades. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar beef, when it comes to Diddy, when it comes to talk shows like Ellen DeGeneres, when it comes to producers, executives, directors, when it comes to politicians, they're being outed on the fact that, they're not really talking about the changes they're going to make in our country. They just keep putting down the opponent. Where is the change? And we're starting to see that. And the reason why I say there's a spiritual meaning behind everything is because we have to understand our planet has been in spiritual warfare for eons. What I mean by eons, before the earth was created, there was always an opposing force and a force. So meaning that all of us, if we ever realize when it comes to commercials, when it comes to movies, when it comes to TV shows, there's always things talking about angels, demons, God, the enemy. It's because there is a world that we cannot see. And it does exist, but we can sense it. And you may not believe in that, but please, as I say this to you, you may be skeptical. Help me understand the fact that we have emotions and we have an intuition. How come you may believe we're only physical? When you get a CAT scan, or when you get any type of scan on your body, the only thing you could see through it is the flesh, the bones, the nerves. Where does the intuition come from? Where does our existence really come from? Where do emotions come from? I'm only saying that to you because I want you to start questioning that. Is there things that have been hidden in the dark from us because they don't want us to know our true livelihood? They don't want us to know not only the potential that lies within us and what we are really created from, but if you think about it, what if, like Kendrick Lamar says, and I love how he says it, if you take all the foo-foo, take all the designers, take all the things that you put so much focus on that makes you think this is the world, this is important, as your bills, as validation, as in social media, if you take all that off, what does a person really have? Because majority of this world, people don't have substance, but they're getting substance from substances, from drinking, from alcohol, from being addicted to materialism, from lust, from greed, from gluttony, from all these different things, even jealousy, from all these different avenues and things of life. People are getting their ego soothed and fulfilled with egoic things, ego edging God out. So the fact that if you take all that off, that's such a facade, and you really see the person's soul, their spirit, without their fleshy nature. And that is an exposure that we're seeing in today's world. And like I said in the beginning, people who are always preaching about love, kindness, about how the realist won, those are the people that we need to stop putting on a pedestal. Or another example, toxic positivity when it comes to politics. There's always that one candidate who's always being positive and joyful. And yet they're delusional, because they're not really wanting to take accountability for the problems that are going on. And not just in politics, but in people in general who are being exposed. Everything that we put on a pedestal and give praise to are starting to be exposed. Because here's the thing. If there's two opposing forces for the development of our spiritual nature coming into physical form to reach our peakest level of intelligence, then there's going to be an opposing force that doesn't want that. So that means there is a spiritual warfare going on underneath the surface, going on behind the curtains that we don't know about. But now it's starting to be exposed. And the reason why people are questioning everything now, the reason why everything is being exposed and people are being exposed, is because we got to start questioning, what master are we feeding? We are told to live up to potential and following other people and following what our parents do and following what everyone else says, and also putting these rich people, these famous people on a pedestal, or these preachers on a pedestal, because we have to live up to their standards or live like them or praise them because they know better, because they have more money. Here's the thing, celebrity or money doesn't give you the right to have integrity. Meaning that just because you have that doesn't mean you have integrity, morals, or values, or actually caring about people. It just means you have something materialistic. But here's the thing. When you leave off this planet, you're going to have to go somewhere. So that's why it's important. What are you feeding in today's world while you're existing? What are you feeding that's going to actually help your livelihood? Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. What are you feeding? Because at the end of the day, the music you listen to affects you. The movies you affect you. The people you praise affect you. Because you're absorbing all of that. But you get to a point where you don't really know yourself, because you're trying to follow things that are not meant for you. And you think you know certain things in people. You don't know their intentions off the screen or off social media. So bringing this to the forefront, ask you again with curiosity as we start to open up our minds. What master are you feeding? And what are you wanting to do to be a part of the solution? Let alone, what do you want to do to help understand your existence? The importance of it here, not in the sense of being selfish, like these people who are being exposed, but in the tendency of recognizing the true importance of why your existence here, and realizing there is a meaning for why we are here right now, why things are being exposed, need to speak up, and why we need to start taking action towards the things that we feel need to be talked about. So it's a beautiful time. I think it's a beautiful fucking time, because yes, it does take collapsing of things. It takes collapsing of this certain music that is so unnatural and unhealthy for our livelihood. Partying music is starting to die, as you notice in hip-hop. Movies are starting to be exposed. Producers and all this, when they made great hits, are starting to be exposed, and now we got to start being conscious of what we watch. Politicians and debates and the presidential elections, we're starting to realize, why are we following this? Why are we paying all these taxes, paying these bills? Things are being hidden from us, and things are not being told that we need to be talked about. it's a beautiful time. It takes a collapsing to rebuild something fundamental and stable. And this is why you have a lot of spiritual teachers talking about the new earth. It's not about a new planet. It's about a new way to evolve our planet and to evolve ourselves, because our vibration, our energy, our existence, our intentions, our actions help the earth evolve. But at the same time, we've been living in such a diluted state and praising all these people, and things have been going downhill, that we've been diluting our own evolution. They say we're at the peak of our intelligence. I believe we're at the lowest of our intelligence today. I've always said we've been in an apocalypse, not the earth ending or the world being destroyed, but the fact that lies are being exposed. And I knew at a very young age how dark the industry was. Music, politics, subliminal messagings. I've seen all this at such a young age. So now really seeing the transformation happen, it's a miraculous thing. And there's no need to fear. There's absolutely no need to fear. Because the ones who don't fear are willing to fight. But the ones who are fearful are giving worship to the problems. And little do you know, it's up to us to take accountability, because we have contribute to these problems on earth. But we also could be the problem solvers to it. So, beautiful beings, that's all I want to share. My 2 cents of what's going on in today's world and sharing the spiritual meaning behind it all. If you have found this video informative, then boo-boo, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. And until then, beautiful beings, I will see you on the next one. Don't forget, if you want to know any services that I render, you go to Linktree in the description below. Until then, stay safe, healthy, and blessed, and I'll see you on the next one. Only love.